The Iranian regime cannot have a nuclear weapon. Let us be clear. Iran should not escalate.
We must act immediately and decisively to halt the fighting and return to serious, sustained negotiations on the Iran nuclear program.
Thank you, Madam President. And thank you, Secretary-General António Guterres. Iran has long obfuscated its nuclear weapons program and stonewalled good faith efforts in recent negotiations. Madam President, the time finally came for the United States, in the defense of its ally and in the defense of our own citizens and interests, to act decisively. The Iranian regime cannot have a nuclear weapon. Let us be clear. Iran should not escalate. To fulfill its core mission of maintaining international peace and security, this Council must call upon the Iranian regime to end its 47-year effort to eradicate the State of Israel, to terminate its drive for nuclear weapons, to stop targeting American citizens and interests, and to negotiate peace in good faith for the prosperity and security of the Iranian people and all other states in the region.
I now give the floor to the representative of the Islamic Republic of Iran.
The timing, nature, and the scale of Iran's proportionate response will be decided by its armed forces. Throughout history, the resilient and united Iranian nation has withstood deeper wounded and faced more vicious enemies, and this time too. It will show its dignity, strength, and greatness to the world. Societies and destabilize the region for decades. All U.S. allegations against Iran are unfounded, with no legal basis and politically motivated. One clear example is the horrific and cowardly assassination of martyr Major General Qasem Soleimani and his companions. Responsible party to the UN Charter and the pattern is evident. The NPT, a cornerstone of non-proliferation regime, has been manipulated into a political weapon. Instead of granting parties legitimate right to peaceful nuclear energy, it has been exploited as a pretext for aggression and unlawful action that jeopardize the supreme interest of my country.
Can I give the floor to the representative of Israel?
You cannot ignore that diplomacy was tried over and over. The United States led that effort. Many nations here in this room engaged in diplomacy with determination and good faith. But the regime in Tehran had other plans. It used the negotiating table as camouflage, a delay tactic, a way to buy time while building missiles and enriching uranium. And when the moment came to confront the forces of extinction, to those who now fake concern and cry escalation, we say, this is what the last line of defense looks like, when every other line has failed. Make no mistake, the cost of inaction would have been catastrophic. A nuclear Iran would have been a death sentence just as much for you as it would have been for us.
Can I give the floor to the representative of the Russian Federation?
Таким образом, Вашингтон в очередной раз продемонстрировал полное пренебрежение позиции международного сообщества и подтвердил, что ради интересов своего израильского союзника он готов не только закрывать глаза на убийство десятков тысяч палестинских женщин, детей и стариков, но и поставить на карту безопасность и благополучие всего человечества. Своими действиями Соединенные Штаты открыли ящик Пандоры, и никто не знает, к каким новым последствиям это может привести. Хотелось бы напомнить, что на подобные действия никто Соединенные Штаты не уполномачивал. Мы настойчиво предлагали американским коллегам свои посреднические услуги для того, чтобы найти мирное, взаимоприемлемое решение противоречий вокруг иранской ядерной программы. Но дипломатия нашим американским коллегам сегодня явно не нужна. Ответственность за это лежит на американском руководстве. Тем более, что руководство США не просто публично признало свою ответственность за эти действия, но и бравировало ими, демонстрируя полное пренебрежение к нормам международного права и Уставу ООН, резолюциям Совета Безопасности, включая резолюции 487 и 2231, а также договору о нераспространении ядерного оружия. Госпожа председатель, я думаю, для всех в этом зале очевидно, что если эскалацию не остановить, то Ближний Восток окажется на пороге широкомасштабного конфликта с непредсказуемыми последствиями для всей системы международной безопасности. А весь мир может оказаться на грани ядерной катастрофы. Мы призываем к немедленному прекращению агрессивных действий со стороны Израиля и США, сдержанности всех сторон и возвращению ситуации в рамки международной дипломатии и переговорного процесса.
Thank you, Madam President. Allow me at the outset to wish you and your friendly country to thank.
The bombing of Iranian nuclear facilities by the United States marks a perilous turn in a region that is already reeling. We must act immediately and decisively to halt the fighting and return to serious, sustained negotiations on the Iran nuclear program. We need a credible, comprehensive and verifiable solution, one that restores trust, including with full access to inspectors of the IAEA as the United Nations technical authority in this field. The Non-Proliferation Treaty is a cornerstone of international peace and security. Iran must fully respect it. The United Nations stands ready to support any and all efforts toward a peaceful resolution. But peace cannot be imposed. It must be chosen.
Network 18 decimates Times Internet with over 6 times more unique users on social media. Network 18, the undisputed leader of news networks, way ahead of the times.